Hey, good evening, fellow whip shavers. It's been a minute. I have not been very consistent in my uploading, but that's just because I don't feel like it. I haven't gotten the hang of this whole YouTube thing, but I thought today, you know what? I feel like taking down the beard, as you can see. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot this and do it real quick. I did shave my neck beforehand, trying out a new razor, the Goodfella Smile Valinor, crazy smooth. I got a Vaushad in here, so my favorite blade. Went fantastic, almost no feedback. But today's December 1st. I think by the time I'm shooting this, it should be the 2nd. And No Shave November is over with, but that is not the reason I'm shaving the beard. I'm just not feeling it anymore, so it's time for it to go. Take care of my skin under, then let it go again. But like I said, I figured I'd do a little shaving, and today I will be shaving with Taxman from HCNC, courtesy of Barry Bedford. Again, went ahead and scooped. I didn't scoop that much. I did a test scoop beforehand, and just scooped a little bit and knew something using my Lone Star Texan Shave scoop. And here it is, already pre-whipped up in the prototype Lone Star bowl, again courtesy of Barry Bedford. I want to say this is, I forgot who makes this bowl, but man, is it fantastic. You've probably seen it featured in one of Barry's video. I've got it whipped up with the Doppler. Since I'll be shaving my face, I need something a little big. As pre-shave, I'll be using the Greenwich Envy Cube with the matching Taxman Splash. I'll be using Thayer's as well. And then lastly, I'll go ahead and put some Nivea, but the main, obviously I'll be using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement double open comb razor. I keep forgetting the name of this thing. It always slips me by, but perfect for shaving lots and lots of growth. I do believe I'm working with about a month and a half, maybe. I can never remember. I think last time was towards the end of September that I shaved, so it should be about 2 months, which is, you know, relative amount of growth. But before I proceed, let me read the verse of the day right here in my little handy dandy journal. And today's verse is John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who remains in me and I in him bear much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Amen. What a great verse. But let's catch up while we have this nice shave, yeah? Talk about just not major life things, just things I've been interested in. But how have you guys been? It's the holidays. Technically, I'm shooting this on Cyber Monday. Great scent, by the way, on this. Greenwich Envy is one of those scents that caught me by surprise, and I just went ahead and bought the entire set, everything. Cube. Grabbed 4 of them. Some guys probably hate me for this. Sorry, fellas. Couldn't help myself. I love Cube. Where was I? But Greenwich Envy is a fantastic scent, dupe of Gucci Envy. Spicy, sweet, little hint of incense. This is an Oriental, definitely Oriental, very nostalgic for me. Growing up in 2000s and 2010, Oriental scents were extremely popular. Gotta really work it in. And I'm gonna leave it for a bit while I rework this soap just a little bit. But yes, Orientals were extremely popular. And so this is something I've smelled quite a lot. Just, you know, you just don't know when you're a kid. That stuff doesn't matter to you. But anyways, and as for Taxman, it is a dupe of 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne. This is one of my favorite scents that I've gotten. I do believe that Paco Rabanne is probably one of my favorite cologne makers. I can't get enough of this. I wear the EDP. I put one splash right here on my chest every night. I go to sleep smelling it. Completely obsessed with it. My favorite is still Invictus, and I do have the dupe. Obviously, if you've seen the Sterling soap video, look at this. Beautifully whipped up. I can just scrape on the side. I love this bowl. Again, I forgot who makes this. I gotta ask Barry, but I'll hopefully have all that in the description. And thankfully, editing should be a lot easier because we just got a new laptop for Black Friday, so it will make things a lot easier. But all right, I'm gonna leave some of it in here because I obviously put way too much. After, look at that. It smells so good. Gotta be careful not to get some in the bowl. All right, we'll grab this and work it in the beard. Been doing well. Life has been interesting for me and the family, the wife. We have some things in the work cooking up, but like I said, I don't really like talking about that stuff. There's something I am excited about. As a younger-ish guy, I don't see many older guys who shave talk about it, but I'm a big gamer. And just recently, I went ahead and picked up a video game called Black Myth Wukong. And it is, for those of you familiar with the tale Journey to the West, which is about the Monkey King's son Wukong, who is born from a stone on a mountain. And Chinese mythology is extremely complicated in my opinion. Very intricate, very, very, very complicated. But the tale, Journey to the West, everybody knows it. Sun Wukong spawned countless characters that my generation is familiar with, including Dragon Ball Z. There is characters in the manga and anime Pokemon that are based on him. Just tons of stuff. One Piece, the main characters based on him. And if you don't know what One Piece is, I usually wear a One Piece shirt. The most popular manga / anime of all time. But let me not diverge too much. The video game is a sequel to that story, where Sun Wukong, at the end of his tale, is bound. He is essentially a slave to the celestial court, which is the Chinese version of heaven. Now, I'm not as familiar with Chinese mythology as I am with others. I am learning, and this is why I'm talking about it, because this is something new for me. But the game, it's a sequel. It's an expansion on the story basically an original telling of said story after Sun Wukong dies, or I guess not necessarily dies. In Chinese mythology, death is not really death, as they do have reincarnation. But anyways, the game is ridiculously challenging, and as something that tales of mythology, it is becoming one of the staples. It's a AAA game. It is huge among gamers, and I understand the hype. Nice. We've got the beer nice. There's a ton in here. We'll just get right into it, man. But yeah, it is a very fun game. Very hard, very challenging, and the folks over who made this game are extremely talented. Now, this is the first big game coming out of China. This was a very big deal. Gamers everywhere were excited, as this was something revealed back in 2018? No, 2022, I think. Such a huge deal to see this, and it's fantastic. If you're an older gentleman, you've probably seen your grandkids or even kids, if you're only in your 50s, 40s, play video games, or you yourself might have played video games. This game is absolutely legendary. There is nothing like it. And this is history in the making for China, which, you know, it's always good for people to experience, which in my opinion, video game is a freedom. It is not a luxury. It is something people don't always get to experience. So I guess actually in a sense it is classified as a luxury, but I am glad the Chinese gaming market is growing, expanding, and just, you know, becoming something relevant. I'm excited to see more coming out of there. Just because, like I said, I enjoy mythology, which is a part of our history as people. Got a little left on the chin, and the sink is full of hair. This is a smooth shave, this razor. Very smooth, very efficient. It just mows through growth, as you can see. I went from your local baby barbarian to your local corrupt politician. I don't know if you'll get that joke. But anyways, all right, let's pass number 1 and we will put this down. Go ahead and pick this up. As much as I like this, I reserve it for lots and lots and lots of hair. That is when this razor gets some play. All right. I don't have a whole lot of ouchies. I don't feel a whole lot of irritation either. But the skin is, it's bare, all right. It's snaky. It's been a hot minute since I've gotten soap up here. But in other news, it is Christmas, tons of sales. Thought about pulling, I've got a cart right now at quite a bit of different artisans. So there's your usual Phoenix seasonal that I want, but at HCNC, I believe there's 2 different soaps, Backet and Jacket, and there's Rabbit Hole, I think, that I want. Then Ariana and Evans, there's Malu and Christmas that I want as well. With, Peach and Cognac that I want. Oh, sink is full of hair. That was a lot of growth. Not the most, but a lot. Okay. I am gonna grab all this hair, which is mostly chin hair, around here in the lower part. That's where I did a ton of growth, and that's what makes it uncomfortable. I don't want to trim it. I've just decided I've got all this soap, so I might as well just shave the beard off, man. Shave it off, have a little bit of fun, you know. Can never hurt. All right, we're going across. Let me talk about this Valinor, man. So much feedback. It's amazing, in my opinion. Very smooth. Very efficient, and this is enjoyable. I like this a lot. I've had a lot of private shaves, i.e. things off camera. I don't shave every day. I shave every 3 days, but I don't feel like always wearing a shirt when I'm shaving. That's the main part for me. I don't feel like doing all that just to shave, man. I like it as some ritual, you know, something that's my me time, away from the cats. away from the wife, away from the bunny. Yeah, it's for me. So I don't always, this is really, really nice. I don't know why I didn't buy this razor sooner. It's amazing. And the scent, dude, I mean, Barry let me know that people are not huge fans of, or not people, but some people don't appreciate Rich Man, the guy who collaborated to make this soap. Nonsense. I don't care if I dislike an individual, unless that person is scummy, which I don't know. I cannot speak on said matter. I have no beef with the guy, but he sure knows how to pick a scent, let me tell you. Looking pretty good. I do think I got about about 90% of it. Not a whole lot of residual sickness for my skin from this soap, but it is something new, so still a learning curve. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of residual sniffness for me, but I am using hot water, which dries out my skin a little bit. Yeah. I want to say this is good, but I may just... I want to make sure I get this. All right, that's done. All right, rinsing off. Pretty darn good. I wouldn't say that, and again, I don't chase BBS. I don't care actually for smooth face. I like growing facial hair just as much as I like shaving it off. That's just how I am, But I would say this is pretty good. We're gonna run the olive now. I'm expecting some feedback. Actually, quite a bit of feedback. This was a lot of growth again. It is to be expected. There we go. Okay. This Valinor is excellent. Okay, yeah, feedback. Yeah, it's not that bad. There's a bit of feedback because my beard does get tangled around this area. But that's it. Just an initial sting, and that's it. I also do have a little boo-boo right here. I think that's an ingrown. So I'll get that later on my own. But man, not bad. Really not bad. Okay. Like I said, I'm loving this this Taxman. And I didn't scoop a whole lot. Still have this much in there. I mean, there's just loads. I think I overshot it by a lot. I'm still not efficient on this soap. This easily, I could have shaved 5 grown men with this. I mean, it's just, this thing whips up an amazing lather. Sharp shaver, that's what it is. The initials on the bowl, I just didn't read. But it's whips up a great lather. And if you're looking for a specific bowl, Barry let me know this was one of one. Yes, this is I am bragging. This was a one-on-one thing. This was a prototype for the eventual, I want to say the eventual bowl that he has, but let's rinse the soap out. Just good shave, man. Good scent, good razors, good brush. I can't speak enough about Phoenix brushes. They're fantastic. They're soft. They don't have an insane amount of backbone, but it's enough. You're looking for that nice softness. You know you're in need of something softer. And you know, I'm not a fan of badgers, but synthetics never let me down. If I want something soft, not a whole lot of scrubbing action because I know that the skin would get too irritated. This is it. Although I am looking at HCNC brushes with the Umo SD1, but I think they call it the Dragon Slayer on HCNC. That'd be a nice one. But anyways, this shave is almost coming to a close. Still about 30 minutes, man. Alright, we're going to go in with Thayer's Cucumber. In these cold months, I don't know. I just like the refreshing feel of it. And I am doing my neck since I didn't do it. All I did was the alum. I'm applying everywhere. I'm also going to put some on my head, which is healing because I didn't have the greatest shave with. I'm still learning to shave my head. It's so refreshing. All right. This will be my first time with the splash, and this is my first shave with Taxman. Definitely not my last. Far from my last. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'll let that dry a bit. Maybe while doing that, I'll talk about this razor. If you don't have this, freaking both of these, get them. They're fantastic. They are fantastic razors. They obviously do different things. You can take this, still shave with it daily. This right here, efficient, mild, smooth, and it looks good. I am a huge fan of Lord of the Ring, by the way. Next time I do a shave with this, I will probably drop some lores and why I like Lord of the Rings so much. But I did not mention I do have a treat platinum in here. It just works the treat blades work really good in here. I have learned that it looks aggressive. This is not aggressive. You can probably throw a feather in there, even a Kai blade, something like a Wizamet Super Iridium, which I did recently pick up 100 because it's probably my favorite aggressive blade. I love that thing more than feather. Just great. Let's go with the splash, and I do not know how much to put in. I'm just gonna. Oh man, that smells nice. No burn, or very little, just very little under. Oh, that smells fantastic. I get different notes from this than the EDP. Just super potent, by the way. Be careful spraying HCNC EDPs. They are strong. Okay, there's a little bit more of a burn now. I love this scent. It is fantastic. Fruity, fresh, citrusy, clean. This is a manly cologne. You will turn heads if you wear this. Oh, so good. I'm gonna be picking up Paco Rabanne Phantom. I don't know which version though. There's 3 different ones. I'm definitely picking that one up. I don't think I've seen any artisan make it, but if there is one, I would. Let me know, because I need it. All right, let's go in with this Nivea, and I will be generous. Oh, so soothing. Oh, so soothing. So good. Everybody knows Nivea is just, it's amazing. It dries quickly. And it's soothing. This is the sensitive one. Oh, so nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Feels nice to not have a beard. Just nice, smooth face. Time to let it grow again. Can't see my mother-in-law without a beard. She likes a clean-shaven man, so that's my way of driving her crazy. But anyways, what a great shave. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the 2nd episode of Beard Assassination, and there will be more, I promise. So if you enjoy seeing a lot of growth get cut down, you know where to find me. But anyways, I hope this has blessed you, and I pray you have a wonderful and amazing day. Peace.